Blog
Hello,
Talk
everyone.
Radio.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sisterhood of Women in the Paranormal. Today is Wednesday, June 18th, and my special guest tonight is Lauren Reynolds. Lorna, are you there?
Yeah, I sure am, Tammy. How are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I am excellent as usual.
So, Lorna, do you want to tell us a little about what you do and all your stuff that you do? Yeah.
Okay. I'll go ahead and fill you in. I'm actually a certified hypnotist. And not only am I a certified hypnotist, I'm also a paranormal investigator. And along with that, I am actually a very well-known psychic medium. So I kind of got like all of the good stuff all wrapped up into one. One helps the other one. So my life is pretty interesting. I spend a lot of it on the other side.
Yes, you do. And you're incredible. I've done several investigations with you, and you're right on target about some things. We just did one like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we sure did. And actually it was really unusual, especially with the history of the location and the write-ups and everything that I've heard. I was really totally amazed at what we had actually found there. It was completely very peaceful, and I enjoyed it.
Yes, and this location we did is noted for its negative entities supposedly, but we found it very peaceful and quiet.
Oh yeah, I had brought all my little tools of the trade and thought we were going to have a very interesting evening, and instead of breaking out the Swiss cakes, we got on the ghost box pie, and thank you. So no, that night just happened to be a very peaceful night. Not saying that they don't have the activity that they state that they have. It just happened to be peaceful for us. So, like I had told you when we were there, I didn't want to interfere because it was so relaxing and so peaceful, so. But it was interesting. It was definitely interesting.
Yeah. Now, you are doing a big event with one of our sponsors, Rolling Hills Asylum. Do you want to talk about that?
Oh, sure. Okay, August 24th and 25th, Rolling Hills Asylum up there in Bethany, New York. We have got an amazing list of speakers. We've got John Tobin and Robin Marie and Bob Christopher with Ghost Detectives, the amazing George Lopez. We've got Russ Stiver. He actually attended the Moravia event, and the list just goes on. We've got Daniel Hooven, and people are just filling in. The PXP girls are going to be there, and of course myself. And it's going to be an amazing weekend. I'm really excited about it. Now, on the 23rd at the Days Inn there in Batavia, I'm actually going to be doing a hypnosis show that evening, and I'm going to get to let my horns out a little bit because we all know that generally most of my work is very professional, but I do have a fun side. So I'll actually be able to get some people up there, and please, if you're there, volunteer. I'll make you a star. I swear I will. It'll be totally awesome, and believe me, you'll actually feel so good after I'm finished. So it's totally amazing. I love hypnosis. Hypnosis rocks, So, and we, I can joke around about hypnosis, but it's totally amazing because of the fact that my whole intuitiveness and working with hypnosis and working with the paranormal, I've been going out on a lot of different investigations where people are really being affected by paranormal activity that's going on in their homes, or even things that have happened to them in their lifetime that have pulled this kind of energy towards them and had caused activity in their homes or just surrounding them. So
Right.
being intuitive, this has kind of opened up the door. It's helped me open up the door for a lot of people into understanding exactly what's going on in their life, and then helping them, taking them down under hypnosis and helping them being able to cope and to be able to let go and kind of regain their stature here within this dimension. So it's pretty interesting on what I do.
Yes,
I know.
it is.
Now, you guys have been up to Rolling Hills, have you not?
Yes, we went to Rolling Hills, and we didn't really have any activity, but you said there's a lot. You picked up a lot when you went there, right?
Oh, definitely. It was very interesting. Lots of activity, and it was actually during the day. It was in the afternoon. It was totally amazing. I cannot wait because, well, even as you know, going with me on some investigations, unusual things happen. We kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like I tiptoe in between worlds there, and for some reason, some of the things that people don't notice will come through, such as like smells or cool breezes, or, you know, I'm very good at finding vortexes and going, oh, check this out. You guys do realize you have a parallel dimension here, you know, to the other side. Yeah. And you can actually feel it, and people go, oh my God, I've never felt that before. So it's, yeah, kind of going with me is kind of like a whole different tour on the paranormal side. So
Right.
it's really, really interesting on what happens. But like I said, my main concern, you know, with the paranormal industry is I already know the other side is there. That's not an issue for me. I appreciate everybody in the whole research field, and yes, it needs to be acknowledged and studied, and I think it kind of gives people a little bit of look into, okay, when it's over, it's really not over. It's just beginning, you know?
Right.
So it's a whole different dimensional level and plane.
We have a caller, Lorna. Caller, are you there?
Excellent. Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Now you have a question
Hey,
for
how are
Lorna?
you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I do have a question for Lorna.
Okay.
Hi, Lorna.
Hello.
My husband and I are kind of scouting out on some business adventures, and I was just wondering if you could, and baby making. I was just wondering if you could tell me where they're going, if it's going to be good things, if there's things we should watch out for, you know, if we're on the right track.
You guys are definitely on the right track. The only thing that you really, really have to watch is not to get overstressed. And this is actually a big thing for you. And the whole business venture thing, definitely a good foot up. Kind of getting out there. I completely feel that this is a good thing. You just have to learn not to get as stressed, especially with the whole fact of the baby making, because we already know this is going to affect. So you just kind of have to learn how to breathe and roll with it. Don't get stressed with it. Turn it into fun, because the business that you're actually looking at and venturing into can be just that.
Okay. Is there ever going to, I don't know if you can tell me this now, is there ever going to be a time where we won't have to worry so much about finances?
Honey, believe me, you can be 80 and still worried about finances. Are you trying to ask me if you're going to hit the lottery? Probably not.
I'm never going to hit the lottery. I am not worried about that.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you.
You are so welcome, sweetheart.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Can't wait to see you guys.
All right, bye. Now, we are accepting callers, and our call number is 818-431-8214 if anyone wants to call in and ask Lorna a question.
I'll be glad to answer you guys. So
now, Lorna, you have been on target and just blown me away about some of the things you have told me about my life, and you have really helped me in my life. I have a situation that you're just like telling me, knock it off.
Yes, and I have to laugh because this is just going to be something that you're just going to have to kind of breathe through and just kind of let it roll, you know? It'll all pass, sweetheart. It will all pass, you know? It's just one of those things. And we'll not get into it on the show.
No, I won't get into it either. We have done investigations together where you have, like, did amazing readings on some of our clients, like, you know, that one we did in Penyan or, you know, near Geneva. I don't remember the town actually.
Oh, yeah, that was totally amazing. You're talking about the woman with the 3 little kids.
Right.
Yes, and it was really strange because I had actually never been there, and I actually drew the location before we got there, all the way down to every beam on the front porch. The fact that the little girl's bedroom had once, back years ago, had actually caught on fire, and there was a little girl that actually died in that fire from smoke inhalation. But this wasn't the issue. I kept picking up a pedophile, which I had also written down on my pad. And when we had gotten there, sure enough, in talking to the mom, we had found out the children that were being the most bothered were the boys. And that was like totally amazing. And, you know, we actually got responses that you didn't need an EVP for. You didn't need it. This was actually so clear that you could actually hear them.
And we did pick up.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. We did pick it up
absolutely amazing.
Recorder. Yeah, we did pick it up, and the ghost kind of swore it. Yeah. So we did pick that up on recorder. So, and
actually, what was really sad was the woman was actually fixing to leave her home. You know.
Right.
And I mean, to let this kind of activity make you actually think about selling your home and moving out and giving up everything that you've worked for is wrong. You know, this is the whole thing about becoming firm and stern, you know, and not showing fear, because fear is the biggest thing that's going to feed any kind of, like, negative energy, you know, that's going on in your home around you. And this is a lot of things that really should be important for people to know. You know, is never ever show fear. You know, because it's like being able to stand firm and say, look, this is my home. You know, this is 2013, and I'm sorry. You know, if you can't behave yourself, you don't belong here. And then I'm going to get somebody in here to get rid of you. You know, and. And generally it works and things will quiet down. But you know, the homeowner has to be firm. They're the ones that are living there. If you show fear, or anybody in the house shows fear, this is what actually kind of feeds that negative energy.
Right. We have another caller on line. So if you, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Can you guys hear me? I'm out in, like, the middle of the woods, pretty much.
Yeah. Can we get your name?
Town. My name is Allison.
Okay, Allison, hello.
How are you guys tonight?
Good, how are you?
Not bad.
Okay, Allison, what's up?
I was curious, what you see, like, relationship-wise for me, if you can.
Allison. Allison, who is the guy with the brownish hair?
Oh, God, you're going to have to be a little more specific than that.
Allison, who is the guy with the brownish hair? He's probably about 5'8", 5'9".
5'8",
that
5'9".
hangs out with you. Well, 5'8", right around in there. He's not like 6 foot.
That could be my buddy Ben. That's like my brother. Maybe, I don't know.
So what's up with you and Ben?
What?
What's up with you and Ben?
We're like family pretty much. Me, him, and his wife. I'm always at their house, hanging out.
I feel a really strong connection, close to him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
but not
friends.
in that.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's like I got to ask you, why do you have such a fear about relationships?
Oh, yeah, you nailed that one good.
Oh, I know.
I've been hurt pretty well.
It.
I've been hurt pretty good, so kind of.
You have. This is something that you're going to have to actually deal with before you allow any kind of relationship to come into your life, because you're always going to be asking these questions, and there's always going to be that uncertainty. Just breathe, because you have a trust issue.
Definitely.
You have a huge trust issue, and this is actually why I pull you close to your brother's friend and his wife, is because this is a comfort zone for you.
Oh yeah,
and
they
it's
are
really,
always...
really hard. This is really hard for you to break away from that comfort zone, because you don't want to get hurt.
Giving me advice.
Because you know, I'm feeling like you don't want to get hurt again, and this is like a big fear of yours. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
I will go ahead and give you, and I'm going to go ahead and give you this too. You've actually had it's actually not been very long ago. You had a very, very bad experience in a relationship, and I want to let you know, because for some reason you keep blaming yourself on this, and I'm going to go ahead and give you consolation on this, girl, that this was not your fault.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
This was not your fault. Because I get this guy that you have this relationship with is kind of arrogant and cocky and kind of like self-centered. So just push that off in a way, sweetheart. It's okay. Wasn't your fault. You didn't cause it. It wasn't the right person. Is Mr. Right down the road for you? Of course he is. But, sweetie, you need to love yourself first and be confident about yourself before you can have a relationship with somebody. Good girl.
I'm making progress. We're working on it. Guess it's a slow process.
It'll be fine. Hey, come on up to Rolling Hills. Meet me out at Rolling Hills. I'm actually going to be doing a gallery both Saturday and Sunday.
My team has been up there a few times. We love it up there. There's always great activity. I'm trying to set something up again. So I can't make the next event there, but because I have my kids on the weekend, so we try to work around that. But
I hear you. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get this out there too. All of the money that's raised is going to help Rolling Hills. And it is so needed. And Sharon has done an amazing job keeping this location going, and it's just so much that has to be done. So this is why we're throwing down in, and we're throwing down in all together. Like I said, we have great people coming out for this, and so any of your team members and stuff that can make it up there, tell them to get up there that weekend.
I sure will. Yeah, Sharon's a great lady. She does a lot of hard work for that place.
She sure does, and she's a fantastic host.
Yep. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, sweetheart, and hopefully we'll meet somewhere down the road.
Oh, I'm sure. I'll have to call you. Maybe you can be a guest on our show as well.
Excellent. Thank you.
Have a nice night, ladies. No problem.
Now, Lorna, how can they get hold of if they want to go to the event, how can they get hold of somebody? Who should they get hold of?
Just go over to Rolling Hills at www.rollinghillsasylum.com and type in ParaQuest, and you'll get all of the information right there.
Okay, cool. And then Sharon takes PayPal too, so which is a good thing because you know the security and things. So.
Yep. Most definitely. You can go in and get your tickets on PayPal. We actually have investigations for both nights. You definitely want to get in there and get your investigation ticket and make sure that you make this investigation, because if you've not been to Rolling Hills, and even if you've been prior to Rolling Hills, with the group that's going to be there, this is going to be completely an amazing weekend.
It is. Your last event that you did in Moravia last year was incredible. I met so many people, and now we're all friends, so it was just amazing.
And what's really, really unique is everybody that was in Moravia is kind of like pulling towards, it's almost like a reunion for all of us,
I know.
It's completely amazing, and last year's event was very, very universally led. I believe that the universe puts things out there and things happen the way that they're supposed to happen, and it was amazing. I mean, who came and our speakers and everything, and this was all done for a little girl that had cystic fibrosis, and unfortunately, she was called over to the other side, I kind of look at it, you can be in the worst car accident in the world, but if it's not your time, it's not your time. So people just don't pass unless it's your time to go, So it's you got to let them go in peace, and so God's got another angel, And, he's got a beautiful one up there, and she's kind of like watching over all of us. So this is a good thing, It was all good. Everybody was brought together over this little angel,
And she just
amazing.
loved the paranormal. She soaked it all up. So it was just amazing.
Well, I got to thank everybody that came out, because it was just people traveled from all over, as far as Tennessee, North Carolina. They came in from lower part of Pennsylvania, New Jersey. It was totally amazing,
Right. It was amazing. And you have everyone coming from those parts, too, for your ParaQuest event.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Lorna, if someone wants a reading or something done through you, how do they get hold of you?
Oh, they give me a call at 315-497-1461, or go over to Facebook and Facebook me on Lorna Reynolds, Moravia, New York. And my services that I offer here at the house are hypnosis. My forte is past life regression. Yes, I do communication and readings, and be prepared to set a while, because when those doors open and you have family members coming through, you may be here for a little bit. I had to laugh. I laughed. I had one lady, and it was totally amazing. She actually had 14 relatives come through, and the only one left was her Aunt Emma, and she could not understand why Aunt Emma didn't come through when everybody else came through. And it was kind of funny. I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, 14 relatives in line to come through, It's like it was just absolutely fantastic. And I take my time, and I'm going to tell everybody I'm not a card flipper. It's relatives rat on you very, very well. They kind of let me know exactly what's going on in your life. So don't ever think that they're not around.
Now, we went to an expo up in New Hampshire, and you were at my table, and no one came to see us. They just came to see you. It was funny. We had people lined up to see you because word got around that you were so amazing and so good. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad we took that back corner. At least it had seats back there for everybody, so they didn't have to stand. And and that the hotel that we stayed at was absolutely a fantastic historic location with a lot of history. And it was so funny because the poor owner, when he came walking in, the room that was next to us, I just looked at him and I said, "Who's the little girl that died in that room?" And he just looked at me like, "Oh my gosh, how did you know that this little girl died in this room?" And I was like, interesting. So it, like I said, it's just one of those things, and
right.
It's amazing. And actually I'm going to get on a piece of equipment because I've been actually kind of kicking this equipment. I love it. And I think anybody that's a clairvoyant medium that's communicating with the other side should go buy one for their desk. And it's called a periscope. And it kind of lights up like a rainbow. And I have found it's absolutely, absolutely fantastic when you're communicating with family members for someone because they're actually able to confirm and make confirmations, and by lighting up this equipment. And so, like I said, it's kind of amazing on how the whole psychic, clairvoyant part rolls in with the paranormal. It also rolls in with my hypnosis that I do, And I do have a clinical degree in hypnosis, and I work with a lot in the medical field. So it's just not the whole paranormal thing. I work with people with fears and phobias, and this is actually where the past life regression comes in, because that fear or phobia that they've developed may have not been within this lifetime. So then, therefore, I've got to kind of roll time back a little bit and find out exactly where it came from.
Right.
So it's very helpful, to be able to do these things. And with hypnosis, I'm going to go ahead, and I know that we're running out of time. With hypnosis, I am not a healer, and I want to clarify this because people go, "Oh my gosh, I have no more pain." What I am is your tour guide, and I'm taking you to a level that humans have forgotten how to get to. And I'm guiding you and taking you where you need to go in order to heal yourself. So this is there's no mystical thing about this. This is actually natural that each one of us got that we have forgotten about over lifetime after lifetime after lifetime.
Right. I agree. I know we're running out of time. Mr. Denny is screaming at me right now. So step it up.
Rock and roll, Denny.
So I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight on my show, and I want to thank you, Lorna, for coming on. It was amazing. So I thank you, and we had some good times, and we'll still have some good times, and I can't wait for the ParaQuest. So.
And like I said, ParaQuest, August 24th, 25th, Rolling Hills Asylum. Go on over to their website, follow it up on my Facebook, and I hope to see you all there. And have a great night.
You too. Bye. Thank you, Lorna.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.